The good old Canadian tuxedo.
I'ma go easy on y'all niggas. I'ma go easy. I'm lying.
Hi y'all, what's going on? Today is a March of 15. How's everybody doing today? If anybody could tell me why my glasses are green, I'd love to know. So we're gonna do the show without them. But it also means that I'm blind. Here, hold on, I wonder if you could see what I see when I look through my life. That's my life. So, now that you know how squinty I am, today's episode 21. 3 weeks, we made it. Apparently this is a habit now, and I want to thank everybody who's been tuning in. Still can't believe so many people are watching, but I'll take it. This is awesome. So yesterday was the feedback episode, and I got a whole lot of feedback. I actually had some great feedback before I filmed the episode, and of course it just happened to work out that way. Thank you, universe, for doing the kind things that you do every day. This goes out to Christy McKinney. Hold on, I can't even see what she said. Keeping an eye on the vlog since pretty early. Loves the consistency and persistence. She's also from Charlottetown. What up, Chaconne? Something she would like to see from the channel is more variety. You're talking a lot about the 100-day field trip, which is interesting. It is interesting. It's also my baby. But she would love to see a vlog or video dedicated to how I ended up in Charlottetown. She'd also like to know more about me and my story. So, thank you, Christy, and I'm pretty sure we can do that. So today will be dedicated to learning random things about me. I got a whole bunch of tattoos. My first one was my sister's name. Got it when I was 15. It was the only thing my mother would actually allow me to get. And when I say allow, it was more so like I'm gonna do it, and I hope you don't kill me after. My favorite tattoo, definitely McCoy fish. Ironically enough, the year that I was born and the year that I moved from Vegas was the 16-year gap in snowfall. And then I moved to Canada and I got white wand, and that was mean. Very mean, Mother Nature. Welcome to Canada. Here's more snow than you ever thought was a real thing. My favorite food, definitely my chicken wings. If you've ever had my chicken wings, fire, bruh. Another one of my favorite things, pizza's like saying Beyonce is the most beautiful woman on the planet, duh. But pizza is my favorite. That also might have a little something to do with my intense love for the Ninja Turtles. Favorite cartoon, Ninja Turtles, and X-Men, and Gambit and Wolverine were my favorite X-Men. How did I get to PEI? Well, I learned quickly that this seems to be the story of people's journey to PEI. So once upon a time, I fell in love with a girl, and then I ended up on PEI. Sound familiar? And then I just love this place and the opportunity and the people and the opportunity that exists here. I really don't think that there's a safer city in a safer country on the planet. And I think that PEI is a gem, and it's hidden, kinda. It won't be for long. There's a reason why the diversity here is growing. It's because people found out about this place, and y'all didn't want to tell nobody how sick it was here, but we found out we all coming. Fun fact, I was born with a 6th finger. It was a little nub. Have a nub. It was like a little extra little thing, like dangling, and then the doctor just cut it off. I was born with 11 fingers. I used to have this really weird sneaker problem. I just bought all the sneakers that I possibly could imagine. My mother was a shoe hoarder. I think that's where it came from. And then I think Nike just brainwashed us into believing that we needed to have every pair of shoes ever. So then we all did that. We all spent way more money than we ever should have. I think when I checked out of the sneaker game, I was at about 180 pairs. It's a disaster to move with that many shoes. I'd advise against it. Played basketball for the first time competitively in grade 5. My mother forced me to. I just liked playing at the park because it was fun. I boycotted playing basketball in grade 6 and grade 7 until I was the biggest kid in school, grade 8, and they forced me to play again. Then I got my first pair of Allen Iverson sneakers. I coordinated the team to get the Answer 4s, the black and silver joints with the reflective, From there, I just fell in love with playing ball. Having a team and us being together and doing cool, fun things as a team. I think that was really what it was for me, was the team aspect of it. At that point in time, I was still the only child. And I begged my mother for a sibling my whole life. I really only played it because I was good at it, and I really liked wearing the cool sneakers and the gear. I picked the teams I went to and played for because they had cool colors and cool gear. I did, however, really enjoy the one-on-one coaching and the teaching aspect. I liked it because I got better at it. And I like a lot of the things that I do because I improve at them, and it's why I can pick up anything at any given time that I remotely care about. And if I decide that it's important enough for me, I'll get good at it. I just talked for an extra 10 minutes and the camera stopped recording and I didn't realize, so I have to do all that again. I hope it's just as good this time. I like learning new things. So if there's something that looks cool and I want to learn about it, and I'll pick it up and I'll try it, and if I dig it, then cool, I keep going. If it's boring, then I'll put it down. I think that's one of the beauties of the world that we live in now, is we have so much access to information that we can learn and try things and know based on watching a couple YouTube videos whether or not it's something you're actually interested in doing. Really enjoy the coaching side, the one-on-one teaching side. It's why I went into teaching. It's why I began coaching. The ability to work one-on-one, connect with somebody one-on-one, and be able to give them guidance and feedback as to improve, and to see them improve is... Can you beat that feeling, really? I grew up as an only child until I was 13. My sister was born, and I begged my mother for a sibling forever. Because I was an only child for such a long period of time, I very much enjoyed just being in my own space. My mother worked night shift as a nurse, so there was a lot of evenings by myself. I can't sleep in a silent, quiet, dark room. It's creepy. Like really creepy to me. So I either sleep with a TV on or fell asleep to rain, which is always the most amazing. Actually amazing. Being an only child and moving as much as we did, I went to 2 or 3 elementary schools, 2 junior highs, started at one, went to another, and came back to the next one. Spent a year and a half in high school in Vegas, came to Nova Scotia, went to 2 different high schools in Nova Scotia as well. I've just moved around and bounced around my whole life. That's why the 100-day field trip doesn't really scare me, because it's not like I'm really out of my element of doing things and being in new places, doing stuff I've never done before. Moving so much gives you that, it's almost like you find an easier way to connect with people. Unfortunately, sometimes it's very surface, in knowing that there's only a few people in my life that I've really known and had connections with for double-digit years. First 16 years of my life was in Las Vegas. There's not really many people I even speak to. Jeez, there's not really anybody that I speak to from that whole time of my life. You kind of take away 16 years of experiences and memories with people. Then you spend 11 years in a place and you're kind of bopping around as well, going to university, up to university and back home, and to Halifax and to Dartmouth, and then back to school. And on the plus side, it's made me incredibly adaptable because I could just move and do things. But at the same time, it is hard to connect long-term with people. It is something that I struggle with. It's something that is really challenging for me because it's not something that I've really had to do or really had opportunities to do. There's just longing for like real friendship, is this longing for like connectivity with people. That's why this thing is awesome. It has its barriers, obviously. It's difficult to find real genuine people. So I am a free bird. I've always been that way. It's easy for me to just keep rolling, tell something that makes sense. I really do love people. I love being around people, but I have this weird balance of I really don't want to see anyone ever. And then this, oh my God, like where's everybody, like hugs for life. That's a struggle that I deal with all the time, because if I'm not laughy and happy and smiley and bouncing off the walls and full of energy, I'm like, there must be something wrong. It's not that my energetic self is this other person, but you know, there's a level of, I'm much more open because I'm much more wanting to bring people in. There's a beauty to that vulnerability. It hurts a lot of days. It hurts most days, but it's not something that I would ever stop doing. That would be stupid. I also have like a weird desire for love and happiness. I think we all do. My dad left at 6 months, and then my mother was with my stepdad until like grade 4 or 5. He was an R&B singer. Outside of just listening to R&B music in the house and love music in the house all day, every day, the songs he would write would be about my mother. So we would listen to these cassettes, like back in the cassette era. When I say back in the cassette era, I say this in the sense that like we were amped when there was we got a CD and it was like a really big deal. Like, and we had to wear it with the Discman, that like if you shook it, like the whole thing was turned off. Back in that day, he just wrote love songs for my mother. And so that was the house that I grew up in. Music plays a huge part of my life. It's one of those things where I almost wish I'd have had musical talents, because I feel like it would be a really cool outlet for me. I don't have them, but I connect through the music in ways that help me normalize situations that I think maybe don't make sense. This is what I was surrounded by, was love through music. It just trained me to want to feel a certain way about a person. These were the days when R&B music was actually about love and not explicit, these hoes ain't loyal. Different time. So there's an understanding, there's a connectivity with love through music that I have. I've been an R&B head my whole life. I literally used to listen to Tyrese, Sweet Lady in my headphones before games. I sang backs. While these guys are jumping around, acting foolish, I'm over here, sweet lady, I'll be there when you need me. It was just calming. I don't need extra energy. I really don't. Those are some random things about me. Thank you very much, Christy, for your comments. It's helpful. And if anybody else wants to know any other wild and crazy cool things, like I'm an open book. I'm on this vlog to just be open and share and tell stories. And you know, if my experience is able to help other people feel normal, things that I'm talking about are things that other people can relate to. If this is an outlet for me to be open and it helps anybody, we win. We all win. I can do this more often, so if you'd like me to, hit me in the comments. Thank you for listening. Thank you for asking.